Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Ivylaw office weekly YouTube session. I am attorney Wilberforce Agyekum, and today I'm going to speak to you briefly about F1 student visas. Okay. Now, if you have any questions after I'm done, there'll be contact information in the description. And I will also give you the information. You can contact us if you have specific questions about your situation. Okay. So, F1 student visa, USA. The student visa, um, the F1 visa is a student visa that is given to international students who want to attend educational institutions in the United States. It covers levels from elementary school to university and graduate school, including in case you want to get another degree or a different degree than you already have. Now, do you qualify to apply for an F1 visa? To qualify to even apply for an F1 visa, you must meet some specific conditions, such as one, get admitted into a SEVP accepted institution. The Student Exchange Visitor Program, which is the SEVP, has a list of schools, universities, and other institutions which meet the conditions and acceptance international students. It is recommended that before applying to your preferred school or university, you should first check the SEVP and see if those institutions are listed there. If yes, you can proceed to send them any documents that they require to make an admission decision. If not, you should not apply since you will not get the student visa even if you are accepted into the school. So you have to make sure it's an SEVP school, and then you submit your admission documents and materials per the school's requirements. Okay. And then you must be enrolled as a full time student. You must have strong ties to your home country. Let me expand on that a little bit. If you don't prove and submit documents that you have strong ties to your home country and intend to go home after your educational program ends, it will be more difficult to get an F1 visa. The U.S. government wants you to assure them that you will be returning home after your education program is completed. Next, you must submit proof of financial sufficiency. You should prove that you have sufficient funds in your bank accounts to cover the expenses of studying and living in the United States. This does not mean that F1 students are not eligible for scholarships. In fact, you are encouraged to apply for scholarship funds and organizations to lower your financial burden. Next, you must be proficient in English. You must prove that you can speak and understand English at a level that enables you to enroll in an academic program. Students can prove their language proficiency by taking standardized English proficiency tests, such as the TOEFL or the IELTS test. Next, we talk about visa requirements. Here are the documents required of you to apply for an F1 visa: your valid passport, Form DS 160 for non immigrant visa applications, two photographs meeting the U.S. visa photo requirements, proof of paid F1 visa fee. So you need to get the receipt once you pay it. Form I 20. Form I 20. Your Form I-20 states the amount of funds you need to finance your education and living in the U.S. You must submit documents which prove you have that amount readily available. This can be done by submitting various documents, such as bank statements for at least 3 years, tax records for the last 3 years, pay stubs of previous employment. If you have received a scholarship, you also need to submit proof of it. Paying a semester's or a year's worth of tuition is also a good idea, but not mandatory. If you are supported or sponsored by someone else in the U.S., you will need to submit Form I-134, affidavit of support and bank statements for the last 3 years of that person. If you are funding your U.S. education through a loan, you must also show proof of the loan approval. You must also submit documents that prove your previous education and current qualifications. Original transcripts, standardized test scores for tests like the TOEFL, IELTS, GRE, GMAT, etc. Acceptance letters from the educational institution which accepted you. Previous degree diplomas that you have obtained. And proof of purchased health insurance for international students. Those are requirements. After you apply and are accepted into the school you want to attend, you will have to complete some procedures so that you can apply for the F1 visa. The most important document you need to have is Form I-20, Certificate of Eligibility for Non-Immigrant Student Status. That is the big one. Without that form, you will not be able to apply for an F1 student visa to attend and attend your interview. So you will not be able to even attend the interview or apply for the visa. So you need that I-20. So be sure you definitely get that done if you are applying for a student visa. Now, a couple of questions that some of you may have. Can you stay longer than the visa allows? Well, after your visa expires, you have a 60-day grace period to prepare for your departure to your home country. If your visa doesn't cover the whole time that you will be in school in the U.S., you will have to apply for a renewal or extension. The extensions are approved only if you can prove you will be completing your degree in the U.S. and you intend to return as soon as it is over. Again, the intent to return to your home country is important, and it will always be a requirement. Can you work as an international student in the United States? You may work as an F1 student, but only for short periods of time, since your visa is a student, not a work visa. You are allowed to work part-time on campus while school is in session and full-time during breaks. In very few circumstances are you allowed to work regular hours or full-time or off-campus. You may need to get into an H1B program before you be able to do something like that. Can F1 students apply for permanent residence? If you want to apply for a green card, you are allowed to do so on an F1 visa. However, it is a complicated procedure, though. You must either self-petition as a person with extraordinary abilities, get married in the U.S. to a U.S. citizen or permanent resident, or proof that you will invest $500,000 in the U.S. economy. So you are unable to adjust from F1 status to a green card, but there are other means in which you will be eligible to get a green card while you're in the United States. And that's what I just covered. If you have additional questions on that, please contact me and we'll be able to help you understand your process that you need to take. Now, if these are not feasible to you, but you still want to remain in the U.S., the easiest way is to change status into a different type of visa, such as an H1B visa, and have your employer sponsor you. Okay? So that will be another way for you to remain in the U.S., not on an immigrant status or immigrant visa status, but at least if you have employment as an H1B, you can remain and things can change and you may be able to get into an employment status, or maybe you find a marriage, you get married to a U.S. citizen while you're here. But the H1B allows you to continue to stay and continue to work. You just need to find an employer who will be able to bring you on as an H1B employee. Bringing family members to the United States. In case you have dependents, such as a spouse or unmarried children under 21 years old, they are allowed to come to the U.S. too. This can be done with an F2 visa. F2 visa allows your dependents, including spouse and unmarried children under 21, to come and join you here in the U.S. Now, to be eligible for the F2 visa, you must fulfill the following criteria. Be the spouse of an approved F1 visa holder, or be the unmarried child under 21 years old of an approved F1 visa holder. Have the financial means to support the family during your stay in the U.S. So, that is briefly information for the F1 visa, student visa to come to the U.S. to study. If you have additional questions above and beyond what I have provided you, please feel free to contact our office at Ivylaw office. We can be reached at 301-276-0887, or you can reach us at our law firm's website, ivylawoffice.com. Again, ivylawoffice.com, or you can call us. Now, for those of you who may tune in and you're in Maryland, a bit of a program information from our firm. We have upcoming estate planning live seminars in October 20th at 6 to 8 p.m. and Saturday, October 22nd at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. This will be at the COP Conference Center, 6404 Ivy Lane in Greenbelt, Maryland, 20770. Estate planning, and come and learn how you can protect your family. And this is what there will be appetizers provided for you. And the theme is how to avoid the 3 biggest mistakes in estate planning. We hope to see you then. Thanks for joining me. Again, I am Wilberforce Agyekum. I'm an attorney here at Ivylaw office. We will talk to you again next week. Bye-bye.